players in there. He gets it off to Spencer. Umanga. Muliaina. Wide to Rocker. Foko! He's got another one! That's a hat-trick. International rugby is back in the South Island as Christchurch tonight plays host to the 39th international match between New Zealand and France. Jade Stadium the venue as the All Blacks line up for their third test of 2003, a year that they hope ultimately will see them having World Cup success in Australia. Well, it's a cool June night here in Christchurch, a keen breeze coming off the sea from the northeast, but ground conditions should be absolutely perfect. Near capacity crowd, as you'd expect, for a match of this standing. The French coming off 2 narrow losses in Argentina, while the All Blacks have a loss to England and a win over Wales on their record card this season. He goes down inside the 22, and a mistake early on. The French make a terrible blue as Rougerie, the winger, gets a hold of it, but the All Blacks are going to drive them across the touchline.
Hands off now. Hands off, last week.
Michalak for Gaultier to hooker Yannick Brou.
Let it go, Black. Let it go, Black. Advantage.
Playing advantage against the All Blacks. Michalak puts a little kick in. And the penalty, the first one of the game. And there was a hand on the ground down there, and it was Richie McCaw who was playing the ball with a hand on the ground, and France have the opportunity to score the first points. Not too far to the right of the uprights, and up goes the first kick of the night, and it stayed out to the right, so a great opportunity of the French has gone astray, and it remains at 0-0. Telling tackles early in this game. Now they've got it again, Michalak. Back on the inside to the centre, Josian. Gaultier again. Here comes a drop kick from Michalak, and down the middle it goes. The first points in the test match, a drop kick by Frédéric Michalak.
Yes, and it came out of 6 phases too. Not quite striking the rhythm they probably wanted, France, and in the end, Gaultier decided they'd take the 3 points.
One now throw to Williams. He gets it with some difficulty. Devine in trouble. Tidies up well in the end, but it's been a bit of an untidy start by the All Blacks. Oliver away for Spencer. Now Carter. Carried on by Collins. Short pass to Umanga. Now Collins goes again. Collins bursting up the middle. Now looking for some support. Couldn't find it, so he held on. 20 metres out. Devine now to Spencer. Spencer running hard. Lobs it over the top. Rocket boot goes in. And there's the first try of the test.
Well, put that down to Jerry Collins. What a stampede through the centre. Up the middle, did exactly the right thing. Didn't have support, didn't panic. Drove into the fullback and set it up. Try time.
Daniel Carter, 70% last week, 7 out of 10. Difficult first up kick for him. Struck it beautifully. What a confident start by Daniel Carter with the boot. Try converted, All Blacks lead 7-3.
Shades of Johnny Wilkinson.
Ali Williams backing right off towards the end of the line-out, but he's not the target. It's Chris Jack, beautifully taken as Devine feeds Spencer. Rocket, Doke straight through. He had too much pace, I think. Should go all the way. What a great try. Fantastic.
Absolutely magnificent. That is outside gas. Big time. The timing of the move, the execution of the move was fantastic, and then it was all the pace in the world. Big, strong, fast, marvellous.
Carter converts. 2 converted tries by the All Blacks. And they lead now by 14-3. Devine gets it wide again for Collins. Slings it out to Muliaina. Spencer. Oliver's out there. Back to Muliaina.
Well, Oliver did the right thing. He cut. You don't put a hooker on the outside of a wing.
Here they go. Carter just can't hold his feet, but he's still there. Off it goes to Greg Somerville. Devine signals away to the right. That's where he wants to fling it.
Should change now. The right-hand side's full. With slow ball, it's got to go back left.
Carter's in there. He gets it off to Spencer. Umanga. Muliaina. Wide to Rocker. Thoko, he's got another one. That's a hat-trick.
Well, once again, New Zealand pushing hard, creating space on the outside, an opportunity, finishing the opportunity.
Not this time for Daniel Carter. So he's converted 2 of the 3 tries scored by Joe Rokethoko. And that's 3 tonight. Poitrenault takes it and is taken by Thorne. Gaultier thought about the blind side. Not too many back here. Little kick by Michelin.
No, just get it. I don't care. I know you just don't do it.
Against Jerry Collins.
Just wait, that's it.
Who's
Penalty
probably
there,
complaining that he held his ground, which he's entitled to
penalty
do.
there, penalty there.
I guess if we see this end on, we'll be able to make a call.
I know you were there, but don't give him the shoulder then. Just don't give him the shoulder. It's simple.
Well, yeah, but it's
Don't take a
pretty hard to
second,
pull out. He's an abrasive footballer.
What do you want?
Andre.
Post?
What do you do? Pull back and say, give him the handbag, not the shoulder?
So here's Michelin. Already a drop goal under his belt so far tonight. Pretty much out on centre field here. And down the centre it goes from Frederic Michelin. So some joy for the French supporters. They haven't had much to get excited about so far. 19 points to 6.
Well, we could, of course, see Trade and Marsh in the centres for France. And as though you were talking about that, Marsh, of course, plays outside centre quite a bit over there for his club side.
There's plenty of options available for the French. As Gaultier gets it across to Trey. There he is. He's recovered pretty smartly. And he sets it only 15 metres out from the All Black line, which has continued to hold. Hasn't been breached at all so far in this international season. As they fight down with Vermeulen. Now they've got some numbers here. Back on the inside, and there is a try scored by Marconnet. He doesn't get many. In fact, it's only his second in Test rugby. Sylvain Marconnet.
Well, Marconnet couldn't believe his luck, I think. Beautiful pass. There was a big gap there, big gap.
Try converted. So Sylvain Marconnet in his 30th Test match. He's one of the more experienced players. Comes up with just his second try. Injury being attended to, but I suspect play will continue anyway. Good line-out work. French gaining in confidence here. 19 points to 13. The All Blacks have scored 3 tries to 1. And Rokethoko's got those 3 tries again. Not so good under the high ball. And the ball is in touch. And the first half is over. So Joe Rokethoko picked up a hat-trick of tries in the first half for the All Blacks. France hit back just before the break, though. And at half-time, New Zealand lead 19-13.
We had a bit of everything in this first half. We had a fantastic little clash in the first 2 phases of play that stretched for 15 or 16 phases where both teams threw everything they had at each other just to test the line. Really quite remarkable, and it turned out with a kick at goal for France, which they failed. Then New Zealand struck. They started moving the ball. They scored 3 great tries. 3 tries to Rokethoko. We saw breaks by McCaw and Oliver, and then the French came back, and they came back. They had... I think they've withheld the pressure the All Blacks have applied. They've come back and they've finished strongly with a try and back in the match.
Thrilling first half of rugby. Plenty to look forward to in the second 40 minutes. The All Blacks lead France at halftime in Christchurch, 19-13.
Ready, number 9? France? Okay, go.
Andre Watson signals time on. We're underway in the second half. Late call by Spencer to get a hold of it, and Collins gets stumped in a good tackle by Christian Labette, the man who came on, remember, as a replacement for Aaron Dorke just before half-time. And Spencer now with the breeze behind him, getting good distance, very good distance, in fact. And Collins has stayed down. He took a big thump, and it was quite some tackle from Labette.
Yeah, I would say he got a head on the thigh. It's probably a dead leg, I'd say.
Well, it's becoming a real concern. And another example of the French contesting the All Blacks throw, and why wouldn't they?
Hold it up, that's fine, he's on the ball.
Nicely channeled back.
Play on.
Now it's been snapped up by Chris Jack. He's got support from the speedster Doug Howlett. They should be able to turn this into a try. And forward pass. Andre Watson was right there. He wasn't guessing, he was right there. He's got Howlett out to the right. Umaga on his inside. Couldn't deliver the pass though. And Devine has it again. Here goes Williams. A little bit high from Gaultier, too high. In fact, the referee's got the arm out.
Beautifully laid back.
Here's the kick for Howlett to run onto. And back we go. No advantage. And it was against the skipper.
Gerald Misseron's also taking the field for the French, jersey 21. It's a blood replacement for Frederic Michalak.
Just swung away at the last moment. The wind just got a hold of it, dragged it away. So no goal from Carter. 19 points to 13. Still the half-time score exists. There is Messeron. Williams climbing high, can't claim it.
Backwards, it's all backwards, it's all backwards.
The All Blacks still have it. Who's for really? Now it goes across to Thorne.
I saw that. Come here, time out, please.
There's a problem here for Steve Devine.
Captain Black. Captain Black. You've got to work with your number 9 to pull his head in. What's happened here right in front of me? His head, he doesn't like it. The guy just drives and he picks up the ball, turns it around and he has a crack at the guy's honeymoon. I won't have it. Penalty against him. Don't punch. Just stay calm.
Another stroppy halfback. They just like that. They have to be, I think.
Oh.
The cheek of the devil. They've got to niggle away. And of course, when they get niggled, they often react.
So here's a new goal kicker, Damian Trey. Kicking into a bit of a breeze. Oh, he's got the distance, plenty of distance. Just away to the left, though.
Michalak is back on for the French side at first 5.
Like another replacement coming up shortly for the French.
He's a likely-looking lad, isn't he?
Spencer is Michalak with the bandage on the head now. Oh, not expecting it. And a knock on. Surely. Yep.
Yes, well, handling errors, they've been pretty good in that department, really. They've had half the handling errors of the New Zealand team.
Another change to the French, and in fact, it's Christian Labette who's wearing jersey 19. There must have been a jersey change for the French side, and it was Sebastien Chabal who came on earlier in jersey 20. Christian Labette is replacing Elvis Vermillion.
Thank you. Use it now. It's gone.
Bit of a concern against about the All Black scrum here as Umaga charges off into the gap, taken by Michalak. Now Devine. Here's McCaw.
A number of times McCaw has taken it up. Extraordinary. He's been the main receiver.
Set pieces have been concerned for the All Blacks. Here's Mialamu immediately. Powerful runner with the ball in hand. Now slings it across to Spencer, back on the inside to Jack. Devine, Spencer with him again. The French coming up very quickly and very flat out wide. There's a lack of concentration. The ball goes to the French.
No advantage. Last feed. And stay on your feet, don't go down.
And he's got the French here, but I suspect the All Blacks just lost their concentration here, and the ball was sitting there for a moment. Here's Carter, and the first points finally in the second half as Daniel Carter converts a penalty. It's 22 points to 13. Although when you look, Murray, Ali Williams, if you look at the stats, he's had one line-out win in the entire match. Muliaina, good burst from the back. Here's a chance. Rokafoko again. Spencer holds on. Now he gets the pass up to McCaw. The All Blacks in full flight. Now they spin it wide. Muliaina who started it. Not such a good pass. Mialamu had to check. He's got them for offside, France. But the All Blacks will try and press home this advantage.
Blacks, I'm going to play it.
And he's going to go back, I think. Yes, he is.
Advantage. Oh, yeah.
So interesting to see Spencer when they were running free. Muliaina made the break. Spencer carried on. He quickly changed the pass to Rocco Thoko. In other words, give it to the man with the wheels on the outside.
Carter, second penalty of the second half. The All Blacks ease away to a 25-13 lead.
Where's the ball? Is it being turned over?
Everybody's in there.
Really slow. Offside against the French. Rocco Thoko. And they were a mile offside.
Number 19.
That's one of the reasons why the All Blacks have decided to go through the middle.
Number 19, Miles, about 4 or 5 meters.
Here's Carter looking to pick up his third penalty in the second half. He does it again. And the All Blacks moving up in threes at the moment, 28-13.
Keith Muse about to take the field to the All Blacks now as well. David Hewitt's coming off. Keith Muse in jersey 17.
It's okay, fellas, play it.
They get a little bit of go forward, at least, as Messeron turns it back on the inside. Here it is for Tobacco. Now Labit. Support there from Oradu. Now they've got an opportunity. Bounces up. Poitrano. 14 phases, they've kept it going, and there's going to be a penalty against the All Blacks.
That's fine. Advantage, offside, number 11.
14 phases for the first 10. The French never broke the advantage line.
Referee is
number 11 out there.
going to have a chat here with Andrew Cole about something that the touch judge has seen.
Well back here, about a few minutes ago. The French 19 drove into number 6 Black after the ball had gone. And number 6 Black then punched.
All right. That's back there. This is better advantage.
That's better advantage.
Okay. Apart from a word, what do you want me to do with it? Because I didn't see it.
Well,
Punch.
I think it's a serious offence.
Okay.
I think the penalty is out.
Right. Number 6?
Number 6 Black.
Okay, thank you very much. Number 6.
Well, I disagree. I don't think it's a serious event at all. If he drove into Ruben Thorne.
You took exception to what happened to you and you punched a guy? You're off. Simbin, you're gone. Who's the new captain? Get away.
Well, the captain is going to the sin bin, and that is virtually the end of the game for Ruben Thorne. Just the third All Black to be yellow carded in a test match. And the skipper is gone.
But fairly absurd, really, Andrew Cole, talking about hitting Ruben Thorne after the ball had gone. Ruben Thorne retaliating. Andre Watson saying he didn't see it. What do you recommend? And Cole said a serious event. Well, you'd have to be.
Yes, it's the old story. Retaliation is normally the one that gets cops the penalty.
Yeah, but I mean, referees have to look at that. Who is the perpetrator? And he was given the information, Andre Watson.
So the All Blacks will play with 14 men for just about the rest of this game. He might get back for a minute. Gauthier, Messeron. Here's an opening up, and in goes Jojion right under the bar, and the All Blacks caught napping. And the second try is scored. This is a guaranteed conversion, and it'll be an 8-point ball game. 28-20. This just opened up. Carlos Spencer, 3 tries to 2. Still 8.5 minutes left. 15 against 14. Gauthier. Merceron. Howlett has it under control. Slings it wide. Spencer waiting. Now the French defence marshalling forces. Umaga again puts that little kick in. Tipped back by one of the French players to Merceron. And he's driven to the ground by McCaw. Now France, just the sort of side who can do something from their own 22.
Well, they've got numbers out here.
Clear on the left wing side. They've run it almost to the halfway line. Gaultier. Now there's plenty of players out here. And the ball lost. But it wasn't fought. Yes, it was.
Looking dangerous. France, remember, only 6 points in arrears. Oh, sorry, 8 points in arrears.
Engage. The ball's gone.
Still only the 14 players there, remember. So the All Black scrum,
Your man's holding.
not
He's on his feet.
surprisingly, is under real pressure
He's on
here.
his feet. He wants to
If
play.
I was the
Holding
French,
on.
I'd take a kick of goal here with 4 minutes remaining in effect.
We know that Trey will get distance.
Get that in.
Jerry Collins must have had the message to come off. He's not looking too good, so Marty Holler is back on jersey 19.
But you can't have 2 loose forwards or 1.5 loose forwards on the field. If you're 1 man short and you've got 1 limping.
So here's Damien Trey. Last one certainly had the distance. This one has the distance, and it also has the direction. Now we've got a game and a half on our hands. 28 points to 23, and still 4 or 5 minutes remaining.
And Michalak, I think, is going to come back on. So he's in the blood bin. What does it look like down there, JP? You're pretty close at hand.
It doesn't look too bad, actually, Mix. I can't see too much at the moment. It's been hidden away.
All Blacks conceding points with Ruben Thorne in the bin, as it's taken by Merceron, and his kick is in touch. Well, now the French are only 1 scoring play away from winning. Sloppy throw. McCaw, though, has recovered. Kelleher to Spencer, up for Daniel Carter. Now it's Chris Jack.
Advantage.
He's playing advantage. It's going to be a penalty.
Number 2.
It was Yannick Brew, and that might just be the break the All Blacks need. It's a kick pretty much out in front, and if landed, will give them back that 8-point lead. And it's 31 points to 23, an 8-point lead with just about a minute left.
So it looked like a fairly shattered New Zealand bench there.
Game is over. The All Blacks have won it. Ruben Thorne spent 10 minutes in the bin towards the end, but the All Blacks did enough. Even though they couldn't score tries in the second half, 4 penalty goals kicked by Daniel Carter. It was the French who scored the try in the second half. It finished up 3 tries to 2. The All Blacks retain the Dave Gallagher Trophy, 31 points to 23.
Well, it's been a real battle out there today. A great game of rugby between 2 fiercely competitive sides. Both teams having their moments. There was a lot of fluency in the game. There were a lot of phases strung together by both sides, and 5 really good tries, 3 to New Zealand, 2 to France. But really the French did come back. They showed composure. They withstood the barrage of attack from New Zealand. New Zealand threw everything they had at them. The French held, and they were composed enough to come back, to answer back and climb back into the match. In the last 5 minutes, well, I guess most of this crowd sat here holding their breath, wondering, will the French steal it in the last moments? I don't think they deserved to. I think it was a worthy victory to New Zealand.